Here is a fact that trips up thousands of travelers every summer. Today, Monday the 3rd of August 2026, is the summer bank holiday in Scotland, yet it is a completely normal working Monday in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. That is because Scotland's summer holiday always falls on the first Monday in August, while the rest of the UK waits for the last Monday, which this year lands on the 31st of August 2026. That single split shapes your entire day. It means quieter commuter runs around Glasgow, Edinburgh and Aberdeen, but noticeably heavier leisure traffic on the A9, the A82 and the routes into the Highlands and the Trossachs. Meanwhile, the M25, the M6 and the M62 will be carrying a standard Monday rush hour. Scottish bank branches and many council offices are closed today. English and Welsh services are open as usual. So the first question to ask is simple: which side of the border are you on? Rather than guessing at numbers, learn the system, because it works every day of the year. The Met Office issues warnings through the National Severe Weather Warning Service using 3 colors. Yellow means be aware, with some disruption possible for a minority of people. Amber means be prepared, because there is an increased likelihood of impacts on travel and daily life. Red is rare and means take action, with danger to life. Separately, the UK Health Security Agency and the Met Office run heat health alerts every year from the 1st of June to the 30th of September, using green, yellow, amber and red to describe risk to health services, not just discomfort. For context, early August is climatologically the warmest stretch of the British year, with typical daily maximums across much of the UK sitting around 20 degrees Celsius. The all-time UK record remains 40.3 degrees, recorded at Coningsby in Lincolnshire on the 19th of July 2022. Check your postcode before you commit to any long journey. Several things have shifted going into today. The RAC published fresh UK weather driving guidance at the end of July, aimed squarely at summer breakdown prevention, which is a strong signal that call-out volumes climb in the first half of August. London's event calendar has also just reset, with Londonist and Time Out both publishing 60-plus listings for August activity across the capital, meaning central London footfall is high even on a working Monday. Football is back in the daily travel picture too. Wolves hosted Racing Santander at Molino over the weekend as part of pre-season, and Bundesliga clubs confirmed their 2026 and 2027 pre-season tours and friendlies at the end of July, so stadium traffic is returning to city centres weeks before league football properly restarts. Add to that the school calendar. Scottish pupils return from the middle of August, well before English and Welsh pupils go back in early September. That staggering is exactly why Scottish tourist routes peak now. Summer breakdowns are boringly predictable, which is good news, because that makes them preventable. Start with tyres. The legal minimum tread depth in the UK is 1.6 mm across the central 3/4 of the tyre, and heat raises pressure, so check them cold before you set off. Then coolant and screenwash, the 2 fluids that fail most often in warm weather. The Highway Code advises keeping your vehicle well ventilated in hot conditions to avoid drowsiness, which is a genuine crash factor on long motorway runs. Sun glare is the other underrated hazard. Keep the windscreen clean inside as well as out, because interior film scatters low morning and evening light badly. If a summer downpour arrives, remember stopping distances at least double on wet roads, and standing water on faster A roads brings aquaplaning risk. Finally, never leave children, older relatives, or dogs in a parked car, even briefly, even with a window cracked open. If you are traveling by train, there is a physical reason hot days cause delays. Steel rail absorbs solar radiation and can sit roughly 20 degrees Celsius hotter than the surrounding air, which risks buckling, so Network Rail imposes precautionary speed restrictions and paints some vulnerable sections white to reflect heat. That translates into longer journey times rather than cancellations, so build in slack. Check National Rail inquiries and, if you are north of the border, ScotRail directly, because bank holiday timetables and engineering works do not always match across the UK. On the Underground, deep-level lines such as the Central and Bakerloo run warm in August, and Transport for London routinely advises passengers to carry water and step off if they feel unwell. At airports, early August is peak outbound leisure season, so allow extra time for security queues at Heathrow, Gatwick and Manchester. One practical tip: screenshot your booking, because station and airport data signals get congested at peak times. The UV index runs from 0 to 11+. In British summer, values of 7 or 8 are achievable under clear skies, and the sun is strongest between 11 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. That is the window to seek shade. Use a sunscreen of at least factor 30 with a high UVA star rating, and reapply roughly every 2 hours, more often after swimming or heavy sweating. Crucially, UV passes through thin cloud, so a grey day is not automatically a safe day. On heat itself, the people most at risk are adults over 65, children under 5, and anyone with heart, lung or kidney conditions, or on medication that affects hydration. Sip water regularly rather than drinking a liter at once. Hay fever sufferers get mixed news in early August. The grass pollen season is easing, but weed pollen and fungal spore counts typically rise through late summer, so symptoms can shift rather than stop. Looking ahead, treat forecasts as a confidence curve. Modern Met Office guidance is highly reliable 1 to 3 days out, and its 4-day forecast is now about as accurate as the 1-day forecast was 3 decades ago. Beyond 5 days, focus on the trend and not the exact number. The bigger date in your diary is the 12th of August 2026, when a total solar eclipse sweeps across Iceland and northern Spain. From the UK you will see a deep partial eclipse in the early evening, with a very large slice of the sun covered, especially in the west. Never look at it directly. Use certified eclipse glasses meeting the ISO 12312-2 standard, or project the image. There is a bonus. Because a solar eclipse only happens at new moon, the Perseid meteor shower peak on the 12th and 13th of August arrives with no moonlight at all, giving the best Perseid conditions in years if skies stay clear. So here is the takeaway for Monday the 3rd of August 2026, compressed into 3 checks. First, confirm the calendar. It is a public holiday in Scotland and a working day in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, so expect quiet Scottish commuter roads, busy Highland tourist routes, and a completely normal rush hour further south. Second, check the forecast for your specific postcode plus any Met Office warning color and heat health alert level, because a yellow warning in one county says nothing about the next. Third, prepare for the journey rather than the destination: tires, coolant, screenwash, water in the bag, sunscreen on before you leave, and extra time built into any rail or airport plan. Do those 3 things and almost every summer travel problem becomes an inconvenience instead of a ruined day. Then put the 12th of August in your diary, because a deep partial eclipse and a moonless Perseid peak on the same night is genuinely rare.